Now we consider approaching 2 from its right or through values greater than but close to 2. Our f of x, 1 plus 3x. First value of our x is 3. Let's substitute. 1 plus 3 times 3 is 9. Then 1 plus 9 is equals to 10. So the value of our f of x when x is equals to 3 is 10. How about when our x is 2.5? Okay, 1 plus 3 times 2.5. 1 plus 3 times 2.5 is 7.5. 2.5 times 3. 3 times 5, 15. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So 7.5. Then 7.5 plus 1 is equals to 8.5. 8.5. How about if the value of our x is 2.2? So 2.2 times 3 is equals to 6.6. 6.6. Then 1 plus 6.6 is 7.6. So the f of x is 7.6 if our x is 2.2. Okay. Sabtanra. And then same process gihapon sa uban nato nga mga values sa x. We have to substitute the value of x. Okay. Okay. So how about if our x is 2.1? So 3 times 2.1 plus 1 is equals to 7.3. Then how about if our x is 2.009? So 3 times 2.009 plus 1 is equals to 7. Again, the value of our f of x is 7.3 if our x is 2.1. How about if our x is 2.03? So substitute the value of x, 2.03. 3 times 2.03 times 3 plus 1 is equals to 7.09. Okay. Then, how about 2.009? So, 3 times 2.009 plus 1 is equals to 7.027. How about 2.005 times 3 plus 1 is 7.0015. 15. Then last 2.00001 times 3 plus 1 is equals to 7.00000003. No, we only have 6 zeros and 1 3. Okay. Observe that as the values of x get closer and closer to 2, the values of our f of x get closer and closer to 7. This behavior can be shown no matter what set of values or what direction is taken in approaching 2. In symbols, if we will, without these tables, if we will find the value of our limits, para dali lang, Let us solve without using tables or approaching left and right. All we need to do is also substitute the value of our x. Diba, limits of 1 plus 3x as x approaches to 2. So our limits here is unknown. Then, si 1 plus 3x, ato lang siya substitutan by 2 ang x to find the value of our L. So, 1 plus 3 times 2 is equals to, no, L is equals to 1 plus 3 times 2. L, 3 times 2 is equals to 6. 1 plus 6 is equals to 7. So, mas dali ni siya. So, if on your activities, ang pangutana diha without tables that approaching left, it's right or it's left, pwede rin ni ianihon ninyo. Mas dali siya to find the value of our limits. Okay? So the value of our limits here is 7. Now let's proceed to our example number 1. Investigate. Investigate limits of x squared plus 1 as x approaches to negative 1. By constructing tables of values, the value of our c is equals to negative 1. The value of our f of x is equals to x squared plus 1. We start again by approaching negative 1 from the left. Approaching again negative 1 through its left. So, here are the given values of our x to find the value of our f of x. Okay, the value of our x is negative 1.5, negative 1.2, negative 1.01, and negative 1.001. Let's substitute all the values of our x. Negative 1.5 raised to the power of 2 plus 1. Negative 1.5 raised to the power of 2 is equals to 2.25. Then 2.25 plus 1 is equals to 3.25. So I hope naka-follow ra mo sa ako by tanaw ra ang inyong mga module na sa example number 1 ing ana gihapon nga process. The value of our f of x is 3.5 when our x is negative 1.5. How about if our x is negative 1.2? So, negative 1.2 raised to the power of 2 plus 1. Negative 1.2 raised to the power of 2 is equals to 1.44. Plus 1 is equals to 2.44. The value of our f of x is 2.44 if our x is negative 1.2. How about negative 1.01? So, negative 1.01 raised to the power of 2 plus 1 is equals to negative 1.01 raised to the power of 2 is equals to 1.0201 plus 1. So 1.0201 plus 1 is equals to 2.0201. So this is the third value, 2.0201. Okay, how about negative 1.001? Substitute negative 1.0001 raised to the power of 2 plus 1. Negative 1.0001 raised to the power of 2 is equals to 0.999800001 plus 1 is equals to 1.999800001 plus 1. So this is the value. I know. Wala na plus 1. Ano? 1.999800001. Okay. So mauni siya when we approach on its left. When we approach negative 1 on its left, or values that are less than negative 1. Okay. How about if we approach from the right, or values that are greater than negative 1? Okay, let's try finding the value of f of x when x is equals to negative 0.5. Approaching from the right ni siya ha, so greater than negative 1 siya. So let's substitute the value of x, negative 0.5 raised to the power of 2 plus 1. Negative 0.5 raised to the power of 2 is equals to 0.25 plus 1. 0.25 plus 1 is equals to 1.25. So the value of our f of x is 1.25. Okay, how about negative 0.8? Negative 0.8 raised to the power of 2 plus 1. Negative 0.8 raised to the power of 2 is equals to 0.64 plus 1. Then 0.64 plus 1 is equals to 1.64. Therefore, the value of our f of x is 1.64 if our x is negative 0.8. How about negative 0.99? Negative, okay, ito, x squared plus 1. The value of our x, negative 0.99 raised to the power of 2 plus 1. Negative 0.99 raised to the power of 2 is 0.9801 plus 1. Ayan sila ha. So 0.9801 plus 1 is equals to 1.9801. So this is the value of our f of x, 1.9801, if our x is 0.99. How about this one, last one? Negative 0.9999 raised to the power of 2 plus 1. Then negative 0.9999 raised to the power of 2 is equals to 0.99980001 plus 1. So 0.99800001 plus 1 is 1.999800001. Okay. So, mauna siya ang answer. 1.999800001. Pwede po din nyo, pwede mo makagamit sa inyong mga phone if mga ingani na siya, kung kutihan na mo magtinamban pag-solve. Okay, nasabtan ra. Okay, let's proceed to another example kanang without using tables or without approaching left or right, kanang diretso lang gyud mag-solve sa limits sa anon nga variable. Again, pwede po nato ni siya mas dalion, which is just substitute the value of our x here, which is -1. So f of x squared plus 1. Our x is -1. -1 squared plus 1. -1 squared is equals to 1 plus 1 is equals to 2. So the limits are, the limits is equals to 2. So limits of x squared plus 1 as x approaches to -1 is equals to 2. Okay. Same process, same rapod sa approaching less than or greater than 2, ang iyang value nagkaduol-duol yun siya sa 2. Kung ato pod ni siya around off, 1.9 is equals to 2. Pero kung without tables, pwede ra ing ani nga pamaagi nga pag-solve. No? Just substitute the value of our x para makuha nato si limits. Okay. We have another example on example number 3. Investigate limits of x squared minus 5x plus 4 over x minus 1 as x approaches to 1. Medyo kuana ni siya, lisod-lisod kay fraction naman. First thing atong buhaton, kay dili man pwede nga sa tanawa ang atong denominator. Ang atong denominator, yung i-substitute na to ang value ni x which is 1. So 1 minus 1 is equals to 0. So dili pwede nga ang atong limits is equals to 0. Always remember baya nga 0, pag 0 ang atong denominator, maskin 1 million pa ang atong numerator, equal gihapon na siya sa 0. So ang pinakauna nato buhaton, okay ra pag substitute nato sa value ni x, dili siya ma-0. Kaya pwede ra ta makaproceed. Pero kay ma-0 man siya, so manghanap talain pamaagi. Through i-factor sa nato ang atong numerator para in order to cancel x minus 1. Okay. Sa ang pag-factor, factor nato ang x squared, x times x. How about i-factor nato ang 4 nga pag i-add siya ma-equal sa siya sa negative 5x. So, negative 5 and negative 4. It's because negative 1 times 4 is, negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 4, but negative 1 plus negative 4 is negative 5. So, pwede na nato na siya mahimo nga factor nato para ang atong GCF. Then, over x minus 1. So, pwede na nato makancel si x minus 1. Ang bili na lang is x minus 4. Wala ni siya na-discuss module, pero mas dali ni siya nga pamaagi para makuha nato ang value ni limits or maskin maghimo ta og tables approaching left or right. Okay? So, mao na ni siya ang bag-o. Limits of x minus 4 as x approaches to 1 para masayon ra nato gamiton. Okay? Kana, mao na siya. Again, mauna niya atong gamiton para makahimo tag in order to find the value of f of x. Para dili ra lisod-lisod pag substitute kay kung kani pa mali naman da ang atong answer, no? So, yung anion ra ninyo ang process pag fraction na. Inyo rang hinumduman nga ang denominator dili dapat mo equal sa 0. Pero kung kani addition na siya plus 1, so 1 plus 1 equals to 2, pwede ra na siya. Pero kay minus 1 man na, so 1 minus 1 is equals to 0. Therefore, hanapon gyud nato ang factor ni x squared minus 5x plus 4 in order to cancel x minus 1. So, mauna ni ang atong bag-o nga gamiton nga problem para makuha nato ang value ni f of x. Pag-construct sa table approaching from the left. Okay, so we have here the values of our x. Mani siya. And then, mauna ni ang atong gamiton to investigate. Okay? So, limits. Our f of x here is x minus 4. X minus 4. First value of our x is 1.5. So, 1.5 minus 4 is equals to, always remember, mas dako si 4 kay kang 1.5. So, 4 minus 1.5 is 2.5. Kay dako man si 4, so let's copy sa atong kapihon ang iyang sign nga negative. Therefore, the answer is negative 2.5 when our x is 1.5. Then, pareha ra gihapon nga process sa uban. Substitute ra ang 1.17 minus 4 is negative 2.83. How about sa 1.003? Substitute. 1.003 minus 4 is negative 2.997. And then, how about 1.001? 1.0001 minus 4 is negative 2.9999. So, mauna ni siya ang mga value ni f of x. Tanawa ang table. Approaching from its left, di ba parehas raman? Nya, kaniman atong gigamit. So, mas sayo ni siya. So, i-factor out para makuha niyo. Now, let's proceed approaching from the right. Ang value niya nagkakaduol sa negative 3. Diba? Kaya kung i-round off nato ng 2.9 is 3 naman na. So, negative 3. Let's observe sa approaching from the right side kung negative 3 ba gihapon siya ang iyang last result. The value of our x approaching to the right or mga value na greater than sa value ni c, which is 1. Zero 0.5, 0.88, 0.9999, then no, 0.996. 0.996, then 0.9999. Okay, so our f of x is x minus 4. Pero gyapon is substitute. 0.5 minus 4 is equals to negative 3.5. So, negative 3.5. Nga naman, kay gamay man si 0.5 niya, dako si 4. So, i-copy na to ang sign ni 4, which is negative. So, kana. Same process ra gihapon sa 0.88. 0.88 minus 4 is negative 3.12. 0.996 minus 4 is negative 3.004. How about 0.9999 minus 4 is equals to negative 3.0001. Kanawa, negative 3.001. Ato gihapon na round of 3 raman gihapon na, or negative 3. So, same ra sila result, approaching to the right and approaching to the left side. Now, let's solve without tables. Kanang substitute diretso. So, ganito, limits of x minus 4 as x approaches to 1 is equals to L. Wala pa yung value ni L, ha? Then, f of x is equals to x minus 4. The value of our x is 1. 1 minus 4 is equals to 3. So, the value of our limits is 3. Okay. So, ingani ang iyang process. Pag diretso ra ka magkuha sa value ni limits without those tables approaching from its left and its right. Ngana. So, kung you are asked, your task is to find the limits without those tables, without approaching left and right, ingani unra ninyo pag-solve. Okay. Ang uban nga mga examples, same ra tong mga example nga gidiscuss na ko ganina. Ug same ra pud ani. So kani nga mga examples maupod ni ang inyong basihanan sa inyong mga activities para naamoy para di ra kayo mo mag-reset. Until my next video, God bless and have fun solving. Bye.